Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Dobbs goes in motion. Now Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The Packers sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Love now. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The 7th play now in this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. On 4th down, the Packers called on Daniel Whelan to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Stroud looking to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Stroud. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. A good pickup there, a 22. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The throwing again is Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Stroud. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap to Stroud. This is caught. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Under.
And Stroud now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Stephon Diggs. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Now Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw now, here's Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Track at 60.
Love. Forced out to his left. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Texans scoop it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive,
and the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
the competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Play action. Stroud now. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
Love looking to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
They wanted to find his receiver there, but a little too much air on the throw for them to connect in the end zone.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The slot man in motion right. Here's Stroud. Packer pressure, and down he goes. With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Stroud. Well, that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Final play of the half, Stroud. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And down to the 16-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Got his man, Dell. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Stroud to throw it. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud working out of the gun. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Stroud off the play fake. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Throwing. Love. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that block's secured before they...
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris.
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Nike Texas.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
On the quick, right?
Stroud out of the gun here.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Stroud looking to throw. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 75.
And the Texans will add on to their lead here. here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Let's go.
Love now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary picks up his second sack of the afternoon. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now.
Now Stroud. And that one too wide and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
That's pulled in at the 32. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Love from the gun on 3rd down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Derek Stingley picks it.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And this will be a Packers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Dances by him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. This goes out wide for Mixon. He's to the 15. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. Play action. Here's Stroud. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Mixing up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Houston, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile,